I'm going to be your next speaker, and I have to admit, I am not a member of the Tea Party. Sorry, Henry. But I agree wholeheartedly with the Tea Party, and I'm thinking about joining the Tea Party. Henry recruited me to help him out with the Toastmaster endeavor, to help all of us learn how to speak and learn and lead effectively. And as I have to admit, when I came into the organization, I had a little bit of a bias about the Tea Party members because I had listened to the vast amounts of Kool-Aid water that came out of the press, and I had a kind of a negative attitude about the Tea Party. And I thought, man, these guys are just a bunch of rebel-rousers, troublemakers, and they're just trying to stir things up. And what are they accomplishing? That was my thought. Sorry, Henry. You didn't know that. But as I've gotten to know individuals in the Tea Party, and people like Henry and some of you out in the audience that I've gotten to know, the lights come on. I understand now that we're just a group of people, American citizens, concerned about what's happening in this country. My grandpa came to Livingston, Montana on a freight train from North Dakota during the Depression. And he got off in Livingston to get a bite to eat. I think he had $7 in his pocket. He spent 25 cents on a loaf of bread in Livingston, and he was on his way to Seattle to get a job. And he got off that train right there in Livingston, and some farmer said, "Hey, you looking for some work? I'm building a little farm, a little barn in my yard, and I need some help getting some logs out of the hills." And my grandpa said, "Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking for work." So one thing led to another. Met my grandma. They got married. He bought a nice place in Paradise Valley. And I remember some of my fondest memories are going up into those beautiful mountains in Paradise Valley and seeing those beautiful streams. But it was on the seat of a Honda 90 motorcycle. And we would bring our chainsaws up there, clear trails, and just it was a beautiful place. And my dad and my grandpa taught me to take ownership of those mountains and those trails and those beautiful lakes. And since that, during the time when I was in high school, there was a time in there where the Absaroka Beartooth Wilderness area was developed. And all of a sudden, the lights went off for my freedom, going up into those hills and going up into those mountains. Now the only way I get up in there is with my feet, or if you have to, ride a horse, but I don't really like riding a horse. I like motorcycles. And I've noticed that the trails are declining. I've noticed that there's a lot more garbage. We would always bring garbage sacks up there, throw garbage in on the way out. We were stewards of that mountain range, and now that's not there, and that's not available, and it's declined. In my opinion, it's declined because of these acts. And so I'm with the Tea Party. I believe in freedom. I believe that people understand the value of their community and their environment, and we are the best stewards of that. And so therefore, I am a member of the Tea Party. Our next speaker will be, what's the name? Dick. I can't read it, I don't have my glasses, but where's Dick? And please say your last name, Dick. Mata. All right. So Dick Mata will be our next speaker, and he will tell us about his